In a more lighthearted, and positive news, Borderlands 4. You might remember they got in trouble. The CEO came out and said that the game might be $80. And if it is $80, if you're a real fan, you should just buy it. Well, according to this article, Borderlands 4 reveals the $70 price tag, proving all the drama was for nothing. It will not be $80. So let's go ahead and hit for that. After weeks of online discourse, drama, apologies, and bad posts, the price tag for the next major Borderlands game has finally been revealed by 2K. Turns out Borderlands 4 won't cost $80 after all. Instead, the looter shooter will be launching for $70. Yeah, they backtracked. Don't be fooled. I think this game was going to be $80. I think when the CEO, Randy Pitchford, came out on Twitter and was like, if you're a real fan, you should buy it for $80. I think his dumb ass was expecting people to respond and be like, just suck him up. Like, no, nigga, get your crusty dick on. On June 16th, pre-orders went live for Borderlands 4. The massive looking RPG. I think that nigga Randy Pitchford was on Twitter talking about, yo, if the game is $80 and you're a real fan, you'll buy the game. Translation, he whipped his dick out on the timeline and just had that shit hanging. And he was expecting you, the consumer, to be under his post where his dick was hanging like this. Like, no, nigga. Shut the fuck out my fucking face. Anyways. That shit is. I may have had some gamer subs. But anyways. You said I'm a great Anyways, what was I saying? On June 16th, pre-orders went live for Borderlands 4, the massive looking RPG FPS, which was announced last year. It's set to arrive on consoles and PC September 12th, nearly 2 weeks earlier than originally planned. The standard edition of the game will cost $70, as confirmed by a 2K press release. But because this is a modern video game released by a large publisher, there are two versions available. There's also a $100 deluxe edition that comes with extra cosmetic goodies and post-launch DLC. Translation, in the there's a $120 super deluxe edition that includes all of what's in the deluxe edition, as well as access to future story packs. So, translation, this $120 edition, at least it gives you the DLC, but the $100 edition is the base game, except for they're going to give you a gun at the beginning of the game that's only good for like the first 5 levels, then it's completely fucking useless, as well as the armor, which to that I say. So just know, if you're interested in the game when it comes out this September, it will be $70 instead of $80. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of only want to play this game if I get it for free. It's way too much coming out in the fall. This is a maybe for me. If 3 of the homeboys buy it, maybe I'll buy it, because then I got people to run with. But I don't know. I'm still kind of 50-50 on the game. Yo, shout out to Easy Money Diaper with the super chat. Appreciate it. Let's see. I gotta say, TBH for gaming and academics for the music. When y'all get into talking and shitting and slander and the jokes are top tier, I guess. I'm not gonna lie, like I wish I would stop comparing me to him. I'm not like academics, guys. If you think I am, you really haven't been paying attention. I guess you were trying to be nice, but anyways, what was I about to say? Oh, we got a dev diary for Borderlands. Fat butt. We got a new dev diary for Borderlands. It's the first one. I think there's gonna be 4. So let's check out what's new, what's going on with it. Skirt. 4-minute dev diary. I know, right?
Well, hunters at their core are like treasure hunters, bounty seekers. They kind of live on the edge. They're fine taking matters into their own hands, kind of playing that gray space between what's right and what's wrong. Ultimately,
what's right and what's wrong in our games.
Or, riches, power, glory, you name it. And they're willing to do what they want to get to it.
So a vault hunter then is a treasure seeker, but also a vault hunter is someone that embraces the chaos that is the Borderlands and thrives. It starts with pitches from within the company. Anyone in the company can pitch a Vault Hunter. We play the game so much that we start to think about what we would want to see in it next. We collect
She kind of bad.
at the company level. We review those pitches and narrow it down. Often we'll take elements of multiple pitches and put them together to make something even more badass. And then it really goes to design.
We want them to be somebody that players and ourselves can relate to. We view them very similar to like a hero, like in a comic book is frequently a good reference point for us. You want to get something that feels familiar
Says
and,
she not
and play as somebody you actually want it to be.
Don't lie to her. I was talking about the black woman. Not the green hair lady.
In real life.
You know, it starts with the ideation of trying to, you know, define and decipher what kind of fantasies we want to build for players. And then from there, it goes into concept. Concept comes up with a bunch of ideas that then design reacts to. And so from there, you go on to building the character and then actually building the action skill. And that's a continuous process as you work with animation, effects, audio, seeing if it feels good, if it feels fun.
As someone that was on the project allegedly, I think you'll like it. Okay. That's what I like to hear. A cosign, allegedly.
Sometimes it doesn't. You go back and you have to redo stuff. So, you know, Vault Hunters are in constant production over the course of the project, and we will keep tweaking stuff until, you know, code tells us, stop touching stuff, we gotta ship.
Yeah, I mean, I think the guiding principle of Borderlands in general is just to be badass. The abilities, the gear, everything, it all has to be the things that our community expects. They can be from any walk of life. They can bring anything.
What month it comes out? It comes out in September, I believe.
The table, but ultimately they have to be cool and they have to be fun to play.
We just
I feel like this is literally a game. If I do get it, I'm getting it because the boys got it, and we just trying to get a co-op group going. But I don't see myself grinding myself. Whoa. I don't see myself grinding by myself. Only if like somebody's like, yo, you want to hop on? So like it's a game I probably would take forever to beat.
Coach each character and imagine who they are at their most heightened, in the most
Everybody chill out.
insane scenario you could place someone, and have them, because they are in the Borderlands, assume it to be the norm. The average day in the Borderlands would be an insane day for any of us. And what would a crazy day look like for someone that lives in this universe?
We're always looking for creating new and interesting experiences. We almost always have a soldier and we almost always have a siren, but we're always looking for, what if a siren had spooky dark powers? What if a soldier had a suit that was grafted to his body and he had
That's kind of fire.
arms and ligaments to help him in battle?
They need to show more of that type of stuff.
To the team, delivering Vault Hunters that we know players will really love is everything. We want to make sure that we're playtesting.
I want to say more, but I can't.
Players.
Yeah, they need to show more of that type of gameplay.
Hit on each of the individual phases that we have through development. For me, that was one of my pillars to the team on this project, was playtest often. Any of these number of things that we have with systems and design, we want to get those in front of players so that they can tell us if we're on base or if we need to go and be a little bit better.
We're always looking at the community when it comes to our Vault Hunters to make sure that we're kind of meeting their expectations and then exceeding them, and also surprising them. You know, we can kind of infer a lot of what they're feeling, and we can like use that to our advantage to try to play with those expectations. And so when the game comes out, they're still surprised in the wake of all the marketing that comes along with it.
Right. It's a new era.
So excited for the people to be able to actually get their hands on Borderlands 4 and just see how badass this world really is. I mean, it's not only bigger, and I mean bigger by a large extent than any Borderlands we've made, but it's also far more detailed and far more beautiful.
We're back, and we're bigger and better than ever. We have so much more abilities, so much more that goes into our Vault Hunters. We have billions of guns. I think that people will be really, really excited about where we're headed in Borderlands 4.
I think they're really listening to the fans this time because the reception on 3 kind of scared them. Okay. I think the main reason I like 2 is because of how easy for the randoms to hop in and out. I feel that. They didn't do that. I didn't play 3, so like, was that not the case with 3? Shout out to Kenny with the super chat. You rocking with that seafood type of game? Blood looks means seafood type of game? What game are you talking about? Oh, let me turn the notifications back on.
Every time someone donates a super chat, I'm going to Snapchat Sonic my intrusive thoughts.
It looks all right though. Looks all right. We're keeping an eye on it. Waiting for a sale. Yeah, if I don't get it right away, maybe I'll just put it on the Steam wish list and wait for it to be half off. I'm probably gonna get 3 playthroughs out of 4. Okay. We got another dev diary. Dying Light the Beast from IGN.
Hi everyone, my name is Timon Smektawa and I am Dying Light franchise director. Let's talk about one of the most terrifying new elements in Dying Light the Beast, the Chimeras. These boss creatures are the result of twisted experiments conducted by the
dialogue in 3 is bad.
The Baron. He took special infected and pushed them beyond their limits, mutating.
Hey, hold up. If it's somebody in here who allegedly worked on Borderlands 4 and you be in here regularly, why ain't you pass along my resume, nigga? They got black characters in the game. Let me get a character or something, bro. Come on, tell them I got a voice for the people, bro. I won't slander them as much on stream. Like
them into something completely new, more powerful, unpredictable, and far more dangerous. Their appearance tells a story. These creatures are brutal proof that the Baron's experiments went out of control. They are skinless, terrifying, and meant to make you feel truly uncomfortable the moment you face them. That sense of dread plays directly into the darker, more intense tone of Dying Light the Beast. When designing
that shit's spooky as hell,
we drew a lot of inspiration from human anatomy. Our artist studied medical illustrations and models, learning muscles, tissues, overall body sculpture.
Pacers defending like shit. Hey, what's the score? Hold up, what's the score? I need to put it up on my phone. It's a close game. It's still anybody's game.
It was one of the biggest.
I feel like this is the game that matters the most.
To learn a lot. It was important.
Shout out to Royal Static with the sub. Appreciate it.
Consistent visual style, and they looked like they belonged to the same group, but still felt unique. Their different body proportions and hyper-realistic designs not only make them look striking, but also support the gameplay. From the gameplay perspective, you will face several chimeras in boss fights throughout the game. Even though their design is based on special infected archetypes from previous Dying Light games, we wanted them to stand out from anything players have experienced in the series before. That's why these fights are intense, usually split into different
graphics look good,
with difficulty escalating through new behaviors presented by these monsters. And they are not just tough. Some of them are also smart. Others will play mind games with you. Some can turn into, well, you'll see for yourself. Not spoilers. Additionally, most of them can summon minions to wear you down. One of those moments can be seen in our full gameplay reveal where the behemoth screams loudly, calling the hordes of biters to appear. They add to the difficulty of the fight, but also allow you to charge up your beast-like powers.
I hope they give context to why some of these zombies are doing what they're doing. Because like earlier, they just showed a zombie with looked like a cloak. Like they got like Jedi zombies in this bitch, bro. Why they doing all that? I hope the story explains it.
Which in turn allow you to defeat the Chimera more easily. But when you manage to best them for...
Yeah, I think this is a whole new like spin-off game. I think what I'm getting from these previews is I think Dying Light the Beast is like a smaller spin-off game, kind of like Miles Morales, when they released that between Spider-Man 2.
All of the Chimeras, you can deal them a final blow using a brutal cinematic finishers. In the gameplay reveal, you can see Kyle ripping Behemoth heads off with his brutal force, but let me tell you, this is far from being the most graphic Chimera finisher we have in the game.
I never got into Dying Light. Running on walls and blasting zombies was fun in the first game.
A finisher like this is really satisfying, a great cherry on top of an intense fight, but it's also crucial for survival. Why? When you finally take down one of those monsters, Kyle can extract a special substance from their blood and then inject it into his body. What? Sounds risky, but it's worth it, as that substance unlocks your powerful beast-like abilities that evolve as the game progresses.
This nigga taking Ozempic, what the fuck?
It's a key player progression mechanic, and the
zombie Ozempic
needs to get a chance of taking
the big Z. That blue magic.
Chimeras are more than just enemies. They are a symbol of the chaos the Baron has unleashed. And facing them will test everything you've got. But isn't revenge
Ozempic, right. Looks cool. August 22nd. God damn, bruh. I didn't know this shit was coming out late August. This is a September game. God damn. September, late August, September is stacked, bruh. We ain't getting no sleep. Right around the corner and all facts, bruh. Jesus Christ. Blue chews, blue chews. Yeah, autumn is packed. Autumn is packed. What else we got? Looks good though. It looks good. Oh, we got some previews. Some articles came out from some people that got to play Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. In this tweet, he says, it's a voiceless protagonist. It's dark and gritty, unforgetting. It has a branching skill tree, felt more like full-on horror. Side quests with NPCs, checkpoints, based on real historical locations. You don't drop all the resources when you die. So it sounds like it's going to be a hard action game, but it's not a Souls game because you're not dropping resources when you die. Also, it's going to be based on real historical locations. So all the people that hated Assassin's Creed Japan, you know, Yasuke, real historical shit. Okay. Is there any gameplay of this? Let's see if we can find like a gameplay video. Wu-Chang preview. Official gameplay trailer. Nah, it isn't. Just some details in. That's all old shit we've seen before. I can't believe we're in mid-June. Time flies. Time flies. When I say gameplay, I meant like somebody actually talking about what they played. I want to hear like opinions on it. I've seen the gameplay on this stuff already. It looks a little janky to me. I want to hear what people are saying about it. But I believe this one's coming to Game Pass, so I mean, it'll be free. I think this is another game that comes out late August or like September. We'll be keeping an eye on it. Press 1 if playing Death Strandings. Press 1 if you're playing Death Stranding so I can block you. Okay. For those still looking forward to the remaster of Prince of Persia, after 5 years, Ubisoft's Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake is now in deep development. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They announced it 5 years ago and they just started working on it. Which means we most likely won't see it for another 5 years, guys. See it in 2030. But don't worry, I got a little insight on it. The reason why this is taking 11 years to make this fucking remaster is they're really leaning into the concept of the Sands of Time. Because remember, if you played this game, the prince can play with and manipulate time. So they think they have unlimited time, and that's why this game's never coming out. All right. It's now been 5 years since Ubisoft announced Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake when it was originally revealed. A little over a year since the publisher last popped out to remind us the project is still alive. But here we are again, 12 months on with another brief update, this time letting fans know the remake is deep in development. Ubisoft's Sands of Time remake was initially unveiled in September of 2020 when it was expected to arrive in January the following year. However, after its announcement trailer was met with less than positive reception, Ubisoft kicked off what would prove to be a succession of delays. Eventually, the project moved from its original developers, Ubisoft Poon? Where's that at? What city is that? Hold up. I'm ignorant, bro. Where the fuck is that at? Oh, it's in India. That's crazy. And Ubisoft, who got that Ubisoft point? That's crazy. And Mumbai to Ubisoft Montreal, where it was seemingly rebooted from scratch. And last year brought the news it wouldn't be ready for release until 2026. But while it seemed like Ubisoft might opt out of radio silence until its remake was finally ready for the big re-reveal, the publisher was instead shared the briefest update today on social media, a little over a year since its last launch, since they last talked about it. Yep, we're still deep in the game, it wrote. Whoa, can we get an Ayo? Exploring buildings and ensuring the sand moves with purpose. They're deep in the Prince. Hey, yo. What up, Cammy? So, I mean, it's still coming. This game is being crafted by a team that truly cares. It continued. They're pouring their hearts and a lot of coffee into every step. Yeah, you're just saying that because your company is struggling financially. But if you guys are doing great, you wouldn't be saying this. You just put out the slop. And that's pretty much all we're getting for now. You care because you have to, not because you do. Aside from accompanying a bit of art showing a glass palace against a pink sky, Ubisoft pointed fans in the direction of the series spinoff The Road. I'm not playing that game. Wild, yeah, it was a wild selective verbiage. So if you're a Prince of Persia fan, you know, see you in 2030, I guess. Oh, GameStop tweeted this out the other day. This was pretty interesting. They tweeted out something new is coming. Play this trailer real quick.
Ooh, yeah. What? Holy sh**. What is in there? Why would you need two of those? Oh,
Okay, so let's analyze this trailer. Most people on the internet think what they're hinting at is that GameStop could be potentially launching their own brand of arcades. Walk in, pay a price, you could play the arcade machines type shit. And the reason being, push start arcade right there. It's literally an arcade. You got the old 80s style car, Ferrari or whatever the fuck that's supposed to be. So the whole vibe is there. So people are thinking it could potentially be a GameStop arcade coming. But I'm here to let everybody know that is a good guess, but not quite. Now, I cannot confirm. First of all, let me before I go into what I'm about to say, because I know the truth. Nobody's going to a GameStop arcade. I'm not going to that. But anyways, now I cannot confirm or deny, but I might have some insider knowledge. I can't tell you where I read this. It might be Reddit or something. I don't know. But I read somewhere online allegedly that they are not working on an arcade. Actually, what they're working on is a fucking cum stain. See, right there, it says Skeet Balls. So whatever they're working on, it's gonna be worth a fucking cum stain. It's gonna be fucking garbage, trash. I don't give a fuck. Fuck GameStop, nigga. We don't care, nigga. We don't fucking care. Google stop. Whatever it is worth. Don't hit me, bro. That shit gonna smell like poon. What I'm saying. We don't fucking care. We ain't. Watch. They gonna be like, oh, bring in. You think it's an arcade? No. Okay. This is my prediction. This is my real prediction. Nah, I hit him. He said, don't say that, Dad. That's nasty. But jokes aside, people. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be an arcade, right? But it's gonna be a twist. It's gonna be an arcade where you can come in and trade in your arcade machines, because some people have arcades in their man caves. I mean, you could buy arcade systems online. You can buy them. You can buy them at Best Buy. They be carrying them, right? So it's gonna be you can load your arcade cabinet onto a truck and bring it to them. And that arcade cabinet that you paid $500 to like $1,000, depending on what it is, they're gonna offer you $50. And to that I say, get that ass banned. Now, last but not least, before we end this section, I have a little bit of slander I want to talk about here on this stream. If you're not familiar with my content, if there's one community I can't stand, it is the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero community. Infamously unemployed, belly hanging out the shirt, Hawaiian t-shirts, sipping on jug juice. You know what that hairline looks like. Musty, bitchless, unemployed, complainer, chronically online, and they love to tell you you're not smart enough to play the game that any dumbass can play with fucking 3 combos in it. They said it was going to be Game of the Year last year. I said no, it wasn't. It's another arena fighter. And within the first month of the game coming out, 90% of players stopped playing it. Here we are a few months out, and it would seem My Hero Academia Ultra Rumble has more players than Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Give it up for My Hero. This free-to-play shitty BR has more players than the game you paid $100 for early access. Just so you can go up and down as Android 19. Fuck that fat nigga. You people are losers. And I'm gonna keep kicking you. Get a life. Fuck you anime niggas, bruh. This is coming from somebody named Hokage. Fucking dweebs. I'm gonna keep spitting on these niggas, bro. Swear to God.